So if you haven't heard, apparently the rapper Dababy made some disparaging comments against homosexuals at the Lollapalooza Music Fest. And apparently he said something about giving props to all the men in the audience who don't suck off other men, basically, and says AIDS can kill you in 2 to 3 days. So the way he said it was a little crude, but if he is a religious man and he has beliefs that homosexuality is wrong, then he should have stood by what he said and not apologized. Well, maybe he shouldn't have said it in that regard, but originally, apparently, he did stand his ground and stood by what he said, but after so much backlash, he decided to apologize. That's what you got to do when you are a part of their system. If you're a part of their system, then you have to go by their rules. So you have a bunch of articles here. Rapper Dababy apologizes for inflammatory comments. He says he's sorry for the anti-gay comments that led him to being dropped by music festivals. So not only did Lollapalooza drop him, but a bunch of other upcoming festivals dropped him as well. So it says Dababy offers second apology for misinformed, hurtful, and triggering comments about AIDS. Dababy apologizes after being dropped from Governor's Ball, Day in Vegas lineups. So we got all these articles about him apologizing. But like I said, if you want to be a part of their system, you have to play by their rules. And he quickly realized that he's going to be losing a lot of money. So we have all these tweets as well. This gal says, will Dababy's PR team also be drafting an apology for him supporting a man who violently attacked a black woman? I don't know who she's referring to. But then we got this one here, Complex Music. Dababy releases a second apology over his homophobic remarks. Dababy apologized to the LGBT community. Dababy issues formal apology. Dababy is now apologizing for making homophobic comments and inaccurate remarks about HIV/AIDS, a move that definitely in no way connects to the fact that several high-profile music festivals have now dropped the rapper. Okay. Rapper Dababy took to Instagram Monday to share another apology for the controversial remarks. So it says this person says, what is it, the Center of Culture or something? Dababy started his apology saying, people want to demolish you before you have the opportunity to grow. And that's exactly when we stopped reading, because that's not an apology at all. Dababy needs to be the grown-up now and do better. Culture is power. Hashtag. Essence said apparently decancellations were enough to garner an apology from Dababy. Dababy's apology gave, I'm annoyed that I have to do this again. Because of y'all, I keep losing checks. And I know I said I was sorry or something like that. Can I have some of my money back now? So most of these people are pretty much against what he did and how he apologized. But this guy, Junior Galette 93, says, I got blackballed from the NFL and only a handful of players stood up for me, but had so much to say to me in private. I know exactly what Dababy going through. You got to stand on what you said. What the hell? The talent is the bag, not them. But it's their system. It's their system. You may have the talent, but it's their system. You're living in their system. And if you're living in their system, then they say what goes. American rapper Dababy has released an apology on Instagram, homophobic remarks, claiming HIV would make you die in 2 or 3 weeks. So, there you have it. Being in their system, you have to play by their rules, or you're going to be canceled. And there's a lot of cancellations going on right now for people who have Christian beliefs. It's unfortunate, but I saw there's this Native American guy on Instagram, and I don't follow him, but some of the people that I follow sometimes post stuff about what he says, and I was going through his Instagram page, and I clicked on one. It was pretty interesting. It was talking about white privilege, and it said all these people talking about white privilege, but in order to feel like there's white privilege, you have to believe that what they have is valuable. Money, cars, houses. If that's what you value, then yes, then they have privilege. But if you value nature and love and respect and kindness, then you're not gonna think they have privilege, because a lot of them don't have any of that. And I thought that was a very interesting point for him to make. That kind of lines up with this as well. It's like they want to be a part of this system, then you got to play by the rules, and your values are going to be different than somebody who you can't stand up for your values. You don't have freedom. If you're sponsored, if you're a part of their system, if you're making money off of their system, you have less freedom. Freedom comes when you're not part of their system. That's freedom. You're not going to get canceled. You're not going to be told you can't say this, you can't say that, because you could say whatever you want, because there's nobody, you're not dependent on them. So that's what's going on here. Anyway, Rolling Stone says his apology. I want to apologize to the LGBT community. Triggering comments I made. He got widespread backlash. I mean, what's going to happen now? So I guess he has a giving what it's supposed to give video. And he says, social media moves so fast that people want to demolish you before you even have the opportunity to grow, educate, and learn from your mistakes. As a man who has had to make his own way from very difficult circumstances, having people I know publicly working against me, knowing that what I needed was education on these topics and guidance, has been challenging. So basically, he's saying he was wrong, and he was just uninformed and uneducated. And that's the reason why he said this. So he's completely, if he had any values and thinking that it's wrong for two men to be together, then his reputation is more important than his values. His reputation in this system is more important than his values. I mean, what do you think is going to happen now? Do you think they're going to, give him an opportunity to still perform at these places? He's still going to make all that money? Or do you think he's pretty much just canceled now? So it's like all of this that he's doing is pretty much for nothing if they just cancel him after anyway. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that he made a mistake in apologizing? Do you think that there can't be any white male privilege if you don't value what they benefit, how they benefit? Let me know what you think. Do you listen to Dababy? I've never listened to him, but thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and God bless.